Hey guys, welcome back to Face It TV here for more Counter-Strike action. Live, it's Thursday, right? On a Thursday evening. We have, of course, the last map of the night. We got ourselves a nuke between Titan and HellRaisers. HellRaisers winning 16-11 on map number 1. Pretty good going from them, and it was a really close game as well in Dust 2. They managed to kind of almost bring it back, but not quite. And now it's time for nuke, where anything can happen. So
again, guys, just before this match starts, make sure you hit follow on the channel. Once we hit 350k, we will be giving away an AK5 Serpent to subscribers. But if you're not a subscriber, you could be in with a chance of winning this nice M9 Bayonet Urban Mask. So 2 lovely skins for you lucky people. You lucky people to win at 350k. But for now, we are back into the match. So we're going to have Titan starting on the CT side, which is important for them because I do think that if HellRaisers started on the CT side, they were strong enough on Nuke CT when they had Simple on their team. I'm curious to see how their CT is shaping up now with Kucher, a more traditional, more solid AWPer, who's definitely getting stronger and stronger with that AWP as time goes on. But it is Titan starting on the CT side. And we are into the Pistola. So let's look at the plan from both teams here. I don't know why. That's a lovely angle. Okay, so RpK got a bit of information that there's at least 1, maybe 2 people outside. Has been tagged down to 11 HP, so he's going to make a run for it. I think he's gone all the way downstairs, in fact. Yes, he will be trying to mount an offensive with Kenny, Mr. Schrub, in the downstairs area. Kenny will be peeking first. No frags for either team, but that's some information for HellRaisers. Now they know that
it's funny
Secret is in control, and Flamie and Kucher trying to kill each other. Bit nervous.
It's funny that RpK was like the guy peeking behind Kenny, but he's the one that goes down to 11, and Kenny is like fine. But you can see Titan already peeking all over the place, and that's the HellRaisers' benefit, because HellRaisers got the damage victory right in here. There's 2 players super low for Titan, and now make that one dead as well. But in comes RpK, able to take down another quick frag. Things looking better and better there for the French side, but in comes Dosia. Reload! Ooh, there's a player close. Apex goes down as well. Dosia picks up 1 more. There's 2 more players, and they're quite low actually. But Dosia's got no idea, and he just reloaded into a gun with only 12 bullets. And he's got 2 players to find, and there it is. Both Existence and Maniac working on the frag. Titan get themselves a pistol, and the start that is always great to have on this map.
It's good positioning from Titan. They had one of their rotation options locked down with 2 players and made it pretty much impossible to plant the bomb onto the B site. Dosia had no choice but to run all the way across the site, go up and try and plant the bomb into A. Got shot in the back, and again HellRaisers doing what they do, knifing Angel down to 70 HP at the beginning of the round. I don't even know what to say about that at this point.
Maybe it's actually like a superstition thing, and Angel wants to get knifed. Maybe it's like knifing man. Because that's the only thing that can explain it.
For this kind of frequency, yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous at this point. So they've gone for the force fire, but they're just getting cut down outside, allowing the Titan team to abuse the range of rifles versus pistols. And Kenny with a lovely swooping headshot there with the scout onto AdreN.
Another thing I don't understand is if you're going to say to yourselves, okay, let's go pistol armor, going outside doesn't make sense unless you got smokes to run down Secret or something. Get close range somehow. And running down Secret would be like really cool then, because then you could get loads of close range engagements. But they just left it open. The rifles could work free range on those big ranges. It doesn't make a lot of sense, I gotta say.
Yeah, they just put themselves in a completely horrible situation.
Yeah.
Like on purpose.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. But that's the kind of like, we used to see plays like that from HellRaisers a lot, where you kind of scratch your head, you're like, well, did they really think this through?
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I think, especially on Nuke, it's a map where you want to have a set play, especially prepared for ecos. And that one was questionable at best. So Flamie has been tagged with the scout, but will survive despite not having any armor. You can one-shot people with a scout when there's no armor to be had.
Aggressive here towards radio. Maniac picks up 1, 2, spray for a 3rd, but it's going to be RpK with a jumping M4 to finish off the last one. Titan take their 3rd round, and HellRaisers now in with their bye. So I don't expect a lot of kind of set plays from them, and I would be afraid if they do go for a lot of these outside plays, if they just don't have the smokes in place. And also, I hope for their sake that they're going to smoke Heaven. Oh, yeah, sorry, not Heaven, sorry, the outer catwalk as well if they do go outside a lot. Because you can be sure that eventually it's going to be around where Kenny S is up there. He's going to blow everything up.
It's interesting that Blade was coaching HellRaisers at some point in the past. And I was wondering where are the smokes that you see Blade do on his own team, but now we're seeing some setups here from HellRaisers' team. I'm not sure if that's a smoke for main through the glass or for something else, or if we will even see it. Let's have a look. It is for the front of main as opposed to... Oh, I see they did try and do the smoke outside, but it did not actually work. You can see it got stuck on the roof there, so didn't necessarily do the job that they wanted.
Kenny S
the idea was there.
Didn't get a shot off, so that's at least that job done, as they do get themselves down to secret. And it's more or less their presence there, which is dangerous. They don't actually have to commit down there if they don't want to. It's just about understanding how to pull the players and Titan backwards and forwards. Now they're going to take over ramp. This is a good play for the position, but they get nothing. If they had taken that position, they could work with the players in secret so much. They could double back into lobby. The guys in secret could go and hit main and try to catch players rotating from outside. All kinds of things possible, but right now, it's just these two guys who are left over. Got to try to create a miracle, but that's a great flash there. Beautiful work from Titan, cleaning up the rest of the crew. Left over for HellRaisers, as Angel is sat over there by main. Expectant, takes the first frag, knows there's more where that came from. Challenged once again, and that's going to be the end of him. This is not a good start here for HellRaisers. By any means.
We've seen that teamwork from Titan all day with the flashes for the teammates coming in. This makes life that little bit easier for them, but they're so consistent with it. Even as part of their drills, both on the T side and the CT side. Really strong team play from this Titan side that we're seeing, that's for sure. Eco again here for the T side. They've got one smoke being held by flamie. Looks like he's going to try and smoke off Mac, also known as Garage or Garage if you're a bit of a silly boy. Kenny S with the opening frag there. Apex coming in for support, allowing that crossfire, protecting Kenny as he's down 16 HP. He will manage to rotate his position, tries to get some quick shots, just in case people are in certain areas. Dosia will get a quick shot of his own straight in the chest from Kenny, and that is a clean 5-0.
Definitely. So, coming out onto kucher, and he's going to be potentially... He's able to work... You can work a few spots, so he can try to challenge Kenny outside if he wants to. Kenny S can be playing all kinds of different positions, though. Safer thing would be trying to get a pick from radio or from lobby into main. But it looks like he's going to go here, get a bit of a hand. This is very commonly expected if Kenny S was to be in the garage, but he's not there. Instead, he's somewhere else. He's over towards ramp. He's actually going to miss his shot here, so that's going to let them know where Kenny S is, which might just key kucher to actually more freely move outside now that he knows Kenny's not there. And
yeah, but interestingly, Kenny quite often rotates once his position has been exposed and there isn't a push impending from the opposing team. So now he's going to emerge into secret, and if this is a sign of things to come here from the French team, then this could be very annoying indeed for the HellRaisers.
Good shot there, and that can't happen. They know he's there, but they still fall to Kenny. Kenny S cannot push the stairs at this point in time, so they should know that they're safe from that at least. And with Kenny S down, lurking below, they can try to take Hell. They can try to control that area, pressure into ramp, try to pinch in on top of it. But things are getting a little bit desperate here, and they're running out of players and running out of time. And we have Existence there up in heaven, able to, if they are to take Hell, to try to neutralize the play, but not allowing them up the ladder, which is what he's there to do. And he's going to take the frag. Angel challenges anyway, and AdreN and Dosia are going to find themselves a couple kills. 15 seconds left on the clock now. Things getting desperate. Bomb down. That should be the round here, as there's no time for Dosia to recover it. He's going to get taken down by Apex, and that was a chaotic round. HellRaisers all over the place.
Yes, looking almost easy for Titan at the moment. Solid 6-0. And got reasonable money. Existence with $12,000 in the bank. So things looking good here on the CT side. Not many frags at all to be had on HellRaisers. All have one frag, apart from Dosia, who has all the frags of his teammates combined. So let's see if things can get any better for the HellRaisers side. Still relatively early days, but really they need to get this round. They need to wipe out the CT team and start hurting their economy. The further away Titan get financially, the harder it is for HellRaisers to get more than one round on this T side. And they've got limited nades as well. Only AdreN really has nades.
And that's a deep smoke from Maniac. Oh, flamie reads it perfectly. I was going to say, Maniac with that's an aggressive smoke. That's how you should, like, the language you should use with a smoke like that, because it means that he can more forwardly take a position in towards radio and take that away from HellRaisers. So it's really smart by flamie to actually try to spray through at that timing. That does pick him up the frag. It gives HellRaisers an edge early on that they have. Well, 40 seconds left now, so not too early, but an edge that they haven't had before. Great timing to smoke hot there. So they know that they've got to be making a move, and in come HellRaisers now, looking to push into the upper bomb site. Existence has to make his way up the ladder, to be honest, and so far he's playing it slow. He knows that it's pretty much over. There's no chance for him to do anything in this round. Him and KennyS just got to try to keep themselves alive, try to evacuate and stay safe. And I would feel very comfortable having KennyS on my side to do that, but Existence gets popped, and now it's just KennyS alone. Gets another good shot. There's more where that came from. This is this follow-up, though, and this player's still all over the place. Goes up the ladder now, knowing that it has to be safe. They've left that position on the site, knowing that he can't defuse. Are they going to try to knife? Oh my goodness, what are they doing? KennyS is going to be stuck by the bomb, and he's going to go down, so the job was done by HellRaisers, but it was pretty costly for them.
It was costly for them indeed, but I think it was worth wiping out the CT team. I have to force KennyS to buy that AWP. A lot of money on the CT side, and that's going to put KennyS down to $1,200, so that's just as important as winning the round. So despite the financial cost of HellRaisers, I think the financial cost of Titan is going to be more important, because the less money they have, the less tools they have to keep this map lopsided in the CT favor, which means the more rounds that HellRaisers may be able to win. And they've started with an early aggression here. Fast push into the A-bomb site. 2 versus 2. AdreN finds the pick, going past the close corner spot there for KennyS to peek, so gets a quick advantage of a fast peek. And that is a complete wipeout of Titan. Again, that's 2 rounds in a row. Now, they may be able to force out some kind of buy here, but if they do, then, as you can see, they're pretty much all in. If HellRaisers can get this 3rd round, then that is the financial wipeout, not just physical wipeout here for Titan. And then HellRaisers could really run with this and get a bunch of rounds in the bag.
Got some nades in there through Squeaky. There's a bit of harassment that's found from HellRaisers. They haven't made any plays down to secret here, which can build into, can kind of branch into quite a variety of plays. We'll talk about that in more detail in a moment, as we do have the push coming outside for HellRaisers ever so slightly. Very tentative work, but they are slowly gaining ground. And KennyS is very far away, over towards CT here. He might find himself a cheeky angle. Oh, look, there it is. Angel sent flying off the silo, as kucher now knows where KennyS is. KennyS, though, having not spotted kucher yet, is going to just fall back into more defensive angles. This is every decision, every spot that he takes is for a reason here, as KennyS falls back once again. There's the flash, has just the tiniest of angles, doesn't connect the shot, and one player, the bomber, makes it down secret.
They've got 2 smokes on their team. They could try and smoke them off, but that may give the game away that they're advancing, so I suppose it's a gamble either way.
And a reposition here from KennyS. They know if they've got secret, they want to take down ramp as well. And so he's there now, tasked to lock this area down, as Maniac tried to go down towards the lower side. Gets eliminated, though. And Existence is there now. So this is another chaotic round here from HellRaisers, but they're able to take the frags, but they've got to speed this up. Existence can blow up the round right now. Gets the frag. The bomb is not going to go down. Shuts the door and shuts the round down, as HellRaisers ran out of time once more. Even though they get a bunch of the kills, that's not good enough. And Titan, they can't buy those, so at the very least HellRaisers can be in with a strong advantage here on the weapons, but that was a bit sloppy.
Titan look like they're not willing to give up any round here to HellRaisers. managing to eke out the buy there with Kevlar, no helmets, 4 FAMASs and a Mag 7, so managed to make it work. Let's have a look at where Maniac, he's going to be playing close ramp with that Mag 7. Normally you see that Mag played close ramp or on Squeaky, made famous by JW. Maniac not going to be made famous by that grenade, only putting him down to 85 HP, so he'll be around for a little while longer. However, they only have 2 more smokes on the French and Belgian side. So it's only for so long can they shut out certain parts of the map, either preemptively or reactively. Minute on the clock, and HellRaisers will not want to make the mistake they made in the previous round, where they just took far too long. And with 10 seconds left, Existence was perfectly placed to completely sabotage the round for them, cut all the wires in the car. 45 seconds remaining, and they're still just not really peaking here. And Titan, all they have to do is stand around. 30 seconds remaining now. And potentially a push finally coming in onto the A site here. If they're going through this smoke, then they could just get completely slaughtered by RPK. Frags coming in from Apex. Existence going down for the other team. 18 seconds remaining. Bomb is on the floor, and they get completely cleaned up by Titan. So not a amazing round by HellRaisers there. 6th round lead here for Titan, and a very key round. Again, that was they were on the ropes there, went for the buy, got the round out, and they had most of their players survive as well. We are seeing 2 AKs for their team now, and an M4, or 2 M4s in fact. So only 1 FAMAS remaining from the 4 that they had in the previous round. So that was a somewhat spectacular round for Titan.
Dueling there outside for Kenny. Gets these pistols, but not much to work with. Now he's got only 8 points of health. He needs a teammate to support. I think there is one in window. I think it's Maniac there. Things being shut down here for HellRaisers, pretty systematically so. And so far, looks pretty good here for Titan. HellRaisers still not with much ground gained outside, and Apex going to alleviate some pressure off of Kenny S, who's now in a safe position with his 8 health. So that's all good for him. Still looking for the peaks, and Kenny S might just have spotted somebody. You can see he's in a really defensive position there. Very unexpected one as well. There's no way they're getting past Kenny in that spot. And he can just sit there because he's basically lucky to be alive at this point. And there it is, one after another. They're going to go down as they fall into the crossfires of Titan. However, 2 quick frags found by Kucher, and that's certainly going to be nice for him. 30 seconds to get the bomb down. Maniac's there to meet him, and that's going to be the end of the round. So Titan with another one. And HellRaisers need to find more plays outside. I really want to see them go. They kind of almost did it once, but it kind of went wrong. Like, there's a default round where you do the outside smokes, you get like a couple players down. This is just one variation, a couple players down secret, and then you go for that delayed push into ramp. And if you take that ramp area, you can have one guy in secret just go vents, one guy come back from main, and then then switch to an upper push, for example. It's just like, or you can go for the B play if you want. There's so many mixes you can do to confuse the CTs. But it looks like we might just see a quick upper play here from HellRaisers as they're going to go in. And Existence down in the vent's going to pop out now as he gets caught by Angel. And look at this, completely clean. Seems like HellRaisers, all they needed was more of the simple stuff to take the rounds down. They've lost nobody here. Titan almost humiliated on the upper bomb site. And this is another round there for HellRaisers as they make it 3. And the AWP and then 4 will be saved.
The question is, where will HellRaisers make their exit? As they will have to vacate the premises. Kenny S, with that relatively safe position behind those barrels, going to find 2 of them with 1 shot, and Dosia gets tagged. That bomb will finish him off if Kenny S doesn't. And again, they will get punished on the exit. 3 of them going down.
Oh my god.
AWP surviving for Kenny S as well. Won't have the cash to drop much for his teammates, though. Neither will Maniac. So curious to see what comes out from the remainder of the team. Apex once again with the outer helmet. And you saw the aim punch he had in that previous round where he got shot in the face from distance.
I think I'll do the same thing again, I wonder, because all Titan have to do is say, you know what, we know basically what just worked for them. We just have to make sure we guard against this now, effectively.
RpK needs to practice jumping onto that crate. There's twice in a row he's landed on top of it and taken 8 damage there.
Alright, so they're going to be challenging outside again. There's no smokes to help them. They're just completely in the open against Kenny's AWP. Kenny misses the first shot, though. And we'll have to see if they can do better right now, as they are getting shut down. They can't... I mean, this push is kind of all over the place. Just dribs and drabs here into these different positions. Like one guy kind of coming through the heart, getting shut down by RpK. All over the place outside at the moment, it would seem as well. 3 versus 4, though. And Existence is going to be running a good distraction here. Dosia is very focused on his position. Doesn't necessarily know where Maniac is. It's very close. Or Kenny, yeah, sorry. There's Kenny looking for the shot. Gets the flick onto kucher. And there's one right below him. Perhaps this could be Kenny going down. There it is. Dosia picks up the kill. That's a good chance now. 30 seconds left for HellRaisers to plant this bomb. RpK on the site, though, gets the better of AdreN. Had no idea he was there. And now Dosia has to go up the ladder. But again, Existence is the guardian of the ladder. And he gets to go down. Dosia stopped with 4 HP, though. It's really awkward now. He's going to get taken down in the end. So 10-3 the score. And once again, I mean, it doesn't feel like HellRaisers are working with many nades. It's just like, it feels like they're kind of winging it all the time. All over the place.
It looks, you know, from what we can tell, it looks like they're just trying to play for picks and not necessarily going their way. So it seems they are quite ill-prepared for this map, especially considering what we've seen from Dat, which is ironic since the leader of Dat was the coach of HellRaisers. But there we go. It is what it is. Yeah, I think there's been potential for them to get a few rounds, but potential has not been exploited by HellRaisers. So they find themselves 7 rounds down in the second last round of the first half. 1-1 in terms of games. If you are just joining us, it's 1 apiece. Titan versus HellRaisers. Round 14. And they have nothing but pistols.
And once again, aggressive play towards Radio. Maniac wants those frags. He's definitely frag hungry here.
And he doesn't respect his opponent right now.
Absolutely
That
not.
much is clear.
He's going to take him down, though, but in comes Apex. He's dead in play. Picks up 2. There's one jumping above. He just spotted him, actually. But Dosia might get the kill. Doesn't really matter, though, at this point. But Apex with another CZ frag.
Apex, Dosia could exploit the long reload time there from Apex, but then again, there's every chance that he could have support from the squeaky side. So it may have been a trap. Who knows?
It's a trap.
Didn't go for it, and it's 11-3, heading towards 11-4 here. We will find out if that proves to be the case. We're going to have 2 Galils on the HellRaisers side. The remainder will have AKs. You can see the distinct lack of full grenades here on the HellRaisers side as well. Looking over at Titan's side, no AWP on Kenny, but aside from that, they are stocked up and ready to go. 4 Molotovs as we go into this round, possibly looking to throw them down to stop any rushes. You heard two, sorry, land just then. And it seems that now we're going to have a late setup here, which is pretty much a flashbang into the A site. And Kucher's on site. There's 2, in fact. He's going to plant while his teammate covers heaven, so it's a good start here from HellRaisers. Maybe a bit too late to actually do this, but better late than never, I suppose. So 4 versus 4. Bomb is down. Planted for heaven. Heaven is smoked off. Maniac going to get taken out. Comes up through the vent, and AdreN will eliminate him. Apex taking out Angel. So 3 versus 3 here. 2 players behind the silo as the flank comes in from Dosia. Going to clean things up and get his team another round. So 11-4. They have the tiniest bit of breathing room, but really, of course, they need this pistol.
The funniest thing is that the time when they got the most breathing room, or not breathing room, they got the cleanest rounds is when they just rushed up, which is quite funny. But there's a lot of rounds, kind of like default rounds that you see from top teams that they just didn't use, which is really surprising. And when I saw them with Blade, they did use them. Or when I see that play, they do use those rounds. So I'm not. I mean, I can explain after this match. I can quickly draw on the map and show you guys what I mean, make it a little bit clearer. But yeah, definitely 4 rounds for HellRaisers. It's not horrendous. That's something an expected scoreline, one you can work with if they get the pistol now. But I believe in the potential of this team to be able to get more rounds than that. Either way, HellRaisers now on the CT side. This is all to be done. Just have to start this off well with this pistol. And even if they don't win the pistol, you can't call them out. Sorry, you can't count them out because it's CS:GO. It's not 1.6 here. And there you go. Already frags getting traded. One apiece is. We're gonna see Angel dropping the bomb by CT Red. That's huge now for his team. He just has to get. Well, actually, where is flamie right now? He's all the way towards lobby. Actually, he pushed hard, and this is going to be interesting. He's not going to be expected in this position. You can see that. Angel decided to just fall back to see if he can get to his teammate here, but they couldn't combine. Oh, Angel picks up 2 and 3 coming there for Angel with the USP. Unreal stuff there. What on earth was that? Angel pulls it out of nowhere, and there you go. HellRaisers, they win the pistol round.
Huge frags coming in at a very important time, and I cannot stress how important that is for HellRaisers, because now they've got some rifles in the bag. They could really get back into this game. That said, we do have to expect Titan to be much more prepared for the T side than HellRaisers seem to be. So I'm expecting some serious drills here, and that's something that HellRaisers are going to have to defend against for the remainder of this second half, should they come out from Titan. So this positioning is to create a wall of smoke between main and Mac. And precautionary let go of the smoke early there, but you'll see it soon enough. And looks like it's going to be a fake, actually, as we're going to go for a fast push onto the B bomb site, it seems.
There you go, and RpK going to get mowed down there as he comes out squeaky. Kenny is able to take the frag, though. Another one coming from his Tech 9. 12 health left, though. This will be the ace if he picks up the last 2 frags, but he does get eliminated at the great cost of HellRaisers, who need to go for those rebuys, and it's always painful. And actually, if Titan had gotten the bomb down there, they could just buy here and destroy the economy of HellRaisers. That would be the play, especially if they're Envy. If they're Envy, they might actually buy now anyway. Like get a couple AKs, throw them to mates or something, because they love to do that. Either way, we're going to see a standard looking around here with a limited investment from Titan, almost nothing, just some PT50s, and the rest of HellRaisers have some nades. Now, Titan, if they can bait out some of these nades, they might actually be able to do a good push on an area. Outside is risky here, because look at the ranges that can effectively and easily be covered by HellRaisers.
That's something we saw when HellRaisers were on the T side. They got completely exploited by the range of the CT rifles. Kucher has spotted some people outside, but look how many people are facing him. He does, however, get the first frag, and he has been shot to almost half health, so that's something to bear in mind. Safety in numbers is the key of the day. However, Existence has lost a bomb for his team, and looks like they were going for complete inverse map control, trying to flank all the way around into Hell, and Hell is where the bomb is as far as Apex is concerned, as he will be sent to Hell shortly, as he is up against 5 HellRaisers players. Just playing a patient game here, trying to get at least 1 frag, and he will hear some noise there from Angel, but Angel will find the face first. And that will be another round here for HellRaisers. 11-7 now. And again, the bank is not looking spectacular by any means. We'll see what Titan can do to it.
Yeah, I mean, Titan, all they have to really do is just break the economy. Even if they're losing the rounds, they're killing 3 to 4 players at this point. They're going to make things progressively easier and easier for themselves. Either way, quick outside play coming in from Apex. Like they're on to Garage as Existence takes down Angel. This is looking really nice now for Titan as they look to actually wrap on into the upper bomb site. Apex going to open this up, finds the player on top of Heart, takes him down. flamie was the man there, and he's been removed, so this is horrendous for HellRaisers.
Yeah, they're spread pretty thin at the moment. 2 people on the A bomb site. Dosia kind of in an interesting position, trying to keep an eye on A main, so B currently completely disregarded.
I think Dosia needs to get a better position here. He's not able to cover much that his teammates already can't cover, and he's kind of out there by himself.
Yeah, you can see AdreN's positioning in main here. And Dosia's is redundant, but that may have been why he was holding the angle for his teammate to get into that position. You see the T's heading towards the B bomb site. Dosia is just going to be loitering in Hell, so really they're just concentrating on A, and I suppose they're playing B for the retake. But with a 2-man disadvantage, I don't know if they're going to have enough.
I think they would want to save their weapons here. this is too daunting, too intimidating to run against. And you can see a little bit of an upgrade coming in from them there, and they can retreat back to T-spawn or something like that. T-spawn is actually quite safe because of like the really hard angles that are over there, right at the back. So I think CT spawn is, yeah, CT spawn is a little bit less safe, but there we go. There's plenty of time for Titan to actually hunt them down.
They are
so
already.
ooh.
Mr. Apex will find you, and he will kill you.
So they can't afford to lose these weapons. This is, oh no, this is going to go so badly for HellRaisers surely, but no! Dosia coming in with 2 quick frags there. But the problem is that frags is not what they're interested in. They want to keep their weapons alive, and it's alright though. We're going to have to see if they can recover from this point onwards. These buys are going to really suck, but that's okay. The problem is the lack of grenades, and Kucher's just going to go straight up for the AWP. Might be able to do something interesting with that. I'll have to see here. He's got no grenades to his name. Will Titan challenge him outside? I mean, they have all the smokes. They can smoke him off pretty effectively here before pushing if they want to go outside.
Okay, well, seems to be loitering in lobby / roof at the moment. Got Apex going for it. Will he make it? Yes, he won't.
Good save.
Will he make it? Yes, he won't.
Look at Existence just sitting there, just judging him.
Oh, there we go. 3rd time's the charm. What can he do with it, though? That's the question. Kucher is in Mac / garage. They see each other, but no connections made. Titan just loitering, just slowly advancing. I think they may see a presence in secret very soon. That's an interesting smoke.
Getting himself back into main. We've seen this before from Apex. Although he's able to actually push through towards window now, as the AWPer rattled off a shot and gave him the opening to go close to the AWPer, so he's going to take it. This of course gives a lot more options here, and they have a ramp as well at the moment. And flamie takes down the bomb. They wanted to wrap back into upper with that bomb. Not going to happen. Maniac going to go down lower, picks up the frag on Dosia, and the pressure reapplied here. But they're running out of time. 20 seconds left in this round. As we've got KennyS working from main. He does get taken down. The trade is alive. But the bomb needs to go down. There's 15 seconds left. And Kucher with a hip shot there. Going to take down Maniac. And the round is ended by Angel. Good stuff coming in from HellRaisers there. So going to keep the AWP there on Kucher. Titan running out of time. But I like the kind of rounds that they're building into, what they're constructing, the opportunities they're giving themselves. It definitely looks a little bit better than what HellRaisers were able to do.
Exactly, yeah. They had fantastic map control in that previous round. Bomb unfortunately got taken out in the lobby area by good timing there from a HellRaiser CT. And it will be Titan back on the eco now, with HellRaisers at a 4-round disadvantage, but they've got all the guns, all the flashes. Still a bit limited though. I assume they've thrown a few things out here and there. flamie and Kucher not wearing helmets, and against this eco, got to be careful. Let's have a look at where they are playing. flamie's going to be playing in a relatively safe position with a smoke in there, and Kucher up on the catwalk with an AWP. KennyS though is loitering underneath. Kucher will find him, and only Angel goes down in that round for the CT. So HellRaisers closing the gap. 3 rounds behind Titan now.
Titan have the AWP on KennyS though. You're always going to be afraid. Let's have a look at Kenny, see what he's got going on early in the round. Is it going to be outside? It will be outside. He's just going to go for the smoke, in fact. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Throw the smoke, damn it. Throw the smoke.
Oh, I think.
Here we go. Oh! Okay, he's going to throw this. He's going to throw it. Okay, I'm going to follow the smoke.
Why are you doing this, Dan?
Why is it in smoke? Did you see that? It was smoked in the air. That was weird. That was super weird. Anyway, Angel playing aggressively there on T. Red actually going to pick up some damage. Oh no, doesn't get any frags. He gets lots of damage but no kills. I mean, the damage is good, but of course, kills are worth a lot.
Yeah, HellRaisers no HEs to finish off those players. Going to have to run and gun with 2 men less than these Ts. So Angel had it all to do, and nothing was accomplished. At least for the time being, flamie is in a super strong position, and Dosia can bait for him with a crossfire as well. This could be what they need. Is Dosia smoked off? Let me just have a quick look. He seems alright for the time being. Titan dancing in the smoke. flamie going to pop out and stop that. And is Dosia going to help him? Kenny's going to take out flamie and clear out the bomb site for his team with assistance from existence. Assistance from existence. And that is a bad round for HellRaisers. They lost the round. 3 of the Titan players remain. The AWP remains. And look at... Oh, this is not looking good. They managed to get at least 4 rifles out on the CT side. That 5.7, let's not underestimate it as well. It is a very powerful pistol. Bit slept on at the moment in light of the Tech 9 wrecking people all over the shop.
In spots like this, you might want to go for an aggressive play because they don't really have the grenades to keep the opponents at bay. They're going to run out of grenades before the T's do. So you might want to try to find some ways to get some early aggressive fragging in. And these angles aren't too bad, actually. Look at that. That angle from kucher is insane. You'd never expect that. And he's going to get the better of Apex because of it. So that's already a good move here from HellRaisers to try to equalize the difference that has been left in want of this economy, but picks up the bomber, and that's going to be massive now. Dosia gets a one-on-one on Rab as Titan players are just moving in all over the place by themselves as they get picked off by the HellRaisers. So RpK now going for the clutch. He's got 3 players left now after that frag. They're quite low, a couple of them. And he's got 45 seconds left to go. Ooh, nasty bit of damage there. Big chunk of health torn off of RpK, and he's going to get eliminated. But great effort there from HellRaisers.
I don't know how they managed to pull that win out of the bag. Excellent angle there by kucher. That was really a game changer in existence. Left the bomb high and dry in Mac, and that pretty much ruined the round there for the Titan side. So, bomb's been caught in compromising situations a few times here on the Titan T side. They do still, however, have a 3-round advantage, and that 13 number is a big magical number there. It's a long way away from 12 in regards to closing out a map. So Titan's still in a position to do it. But for now, they are going to be rolling with the pistols, trying to see what they can find. Apex down to 20 HP, rolling with the Deeg. RpK joining him on the Deeg train. Let's see if they can do a Deeg as impressive as we saw in Inferno. Number of T's outside here.
Going to go in though, and it's like they are getting some quick movements here, very close to hell and heaven. These pistols, existence able to go straight up the ladder because kucher was super blind, looks for the AWP, gets the pick up. And this could, of course, cause all kinds of problems here, but AdreN going to pop off a couple players. Apex and RpK down. It's just on Kenny S now. And I bet he wished he had an AWP, but he's got the next best thing. It's not going to do anything for him. As HellRaisers pick up one more, and they go 11 to 13, and their bank is starting to look a little bit better again, but it's still really not all that healthy. And
HellRaisers are giving Titan so much map control outside.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing in that situation, they didn't want one person to be isolated against 4 or 5 ecoing players all firing guns at him at the same time. But generally speaking, the last few rounds, Titan have had control over almost the entire outside area, have made it to Hell a number of times. I mean, in that particular round, HellRaisers survived with 4 players, so they're doing something right. That nade doesn't go in the right position, doesn't do any damage whatsoever, which is a bit strange, but there we go.
Yeah, I mean, this is a map where you can allow the opponents to just take outside if you want. It's very viable to just let them have it and not engage in these outside battles with all the smokes down and everything. Just defend the lower site, use the vents, use the long and secret areas to your advantage. But see how, again, the defensive kucher is here. He can fall back to ramp if he needs and go down to lower. So and they are going to see them go through the secret. His teammates can fall down into the vents as well to get that quick rotation. But in the meantime, again, we're seeing Apex pushing into the window room. And 2 players on the site. And this is because, you know, one of them's dropped off up top here of the rafters just because they need to be able to fall down into vents really quickly from that upper site. And that's how the dynamic changes when these players get down secret on the upper site for the CTs.
The T's can take control of control or long, which they pretty much have done, and this could get difficult for the HellRaisers, but they've got somebody in vents at the moment. Apex with a flank. They may have no idea where the bomb is going right now. I don't even know where the bomb is right now. let's have a look at Maniac. He is in a position to go to either side. Looks like he is going to try and get a plant onto A. Can he make it a 1 versus 1 though? Dosia manages to survive. That nade's going to come in, not do much damage. Maniac versus 2. He knows where 1 is. Finds a frag on him. No trade coming in. 817 HP. And Angel.
Nice. 1 on 2 there from Titan's Maniac. Going to pick up the clutch. And yeah, really good decision making there.
So, yeah, Dosia tried to force the issue there before his teammate could get into position. And then Angel just kind of charged up the ladder, faked, then came back up again, and was left completely exposed. And Dosia, sorry, Dosia, and last Titan player.
One thing to note as well,
pretty much got a free frag.
It's really hard for Dosia in that spot to actually land a flash that actually does something. Like I actually almost question the unless you know a specific flash, to actually just go for a flash there, because it does waste quite a bit of time.
I know a pop flash if you're on the ladder, which you throw it off the corrugated iron on the as you go out to catwalk, and then it bounces back and pop flashes the site. But I suppose I'm guessing maybe he didn't want to lose track of the player, which is why he tried to take him out before his teammate could come in to try and guarantee a trade frag.
Right. They're being pushed into ramp right now, in for Titan, as at the moment Kucher's going to be able to hold them off, but for how long can that be the case? Creeping through the smoke, Dosia with the P250 now spotted, falls back without much damage done. They're going to challenge him close with the bomb.
Again.
An instant frag there onto RpK with P250. HellRaisers now in with a chance. Dosia going to just sit pretty in hut whilst his teammates are going to support him into a retake here. And they got the numbers advantage, in fact. And there is, look at that. 2 players into the spray of Apex. The third one, Kucher, able to make the trade for a 2-on-2 now. As Kenny S and Existence battle from Toxic. And it's going to be Kenny with both frags from Toxic to find the round win to try and put them onto match point. And it's all to play for here, and there's nothing left on HellRaisers. They have 0 money in the B-A-N-K, the bank.
B-A-N-K is how you spell bank, people. Write it down. Tweet it to Dan. So, match point for Titan. HellRaisers have nothing but armor, pistols, only a defuse kit on Kucher, and a few smokes, a few flashes. So, again, this may be a situation where they try and go for an aggressive play, try and pick up some rifles, take advantage of some map control they shouldn't be in. But Apex gonna put Titan off to a good start, taking down Kucher. So things not going well for HellRaisers, and they are dropping like flies. Flamie's just left the game already. No faith in his teammates, and this game and match. This is match point, Dan, by the way.
It's over. It's game over, man. Game over, man. 50 damage on that nade. And Dosia is going to go down. And Titan are going to be able to take the victory against HellRaisers. That was a well-fought match by HellRaisers, but they didn't have it in them on Nuke, I think.
I wouldn't say it was well fought on the T side. I think
No,
it could have been.
no.
I think it could have been a much better, with drills. Maybe it's a map they don't play. Wouldn't be surprised, but there wasn't a lot going on the T side compared to what we've seen from some other teams recently. So definitely, I'd say they were lacking there. So yeah, 16-11. Don't know if it tells the whole story, because again, there was so much more potential on their T side. But props to Titan for taking that one.
Oh yeah, so I was gonna quickly explain like some default rounds, like some stuff that I felt like HellRaisers weren't doing, which I thought was kind of weird. So obviously, I try to be brief and concise with this because we're at the end of the show. Okay, all right. So
Dan, brief and concise.
Okay, so a couple like basic kind of default ways to play the T side is, everyone knows, well, everyone should know the 2 outside smokes, because that costs you nothing. That's like super cheap.
The wall of smoke.
Yeah, 2 smokes, and it like walls off outside. That's super cheap to do, and it makes the life of the CTs really hard. And if you want to be really fancy, you can throw the extra smoke, which obviously hits the outer cat. So the counterplay to the wall of smokes is to put someone on the outer catwalk, because he can then see over the smokes, get a quick frag, and then, or even, not even that, but just see what's happening behind the smokes, because otherwise you don't know as the CTs. There is a trick actually, and you see some players do this. I saw this actually when I was watching these Dust 2 matches. I think it was Kyoshima in this instance that I saw. He threw a grenade. There was like 2 spots where you can boost up into the. Let's say you're on Dust 2, bombs down with the T's, Okay, you're one of the Ts. The CTs are like in the CT spawn area. There's 2 spots so they can boost up, right?
The bomb's down on A, you're saying?
Yeah, the bomb's down on A. So there's 2 spots where you can boost up into the site, which are like kind of dangerous potential things that can be going on. So obviously, when there's the smoke down, you can't see through the smoke. But if you throw like an HE or something, there's like a flash. You can kind of see like the outline of like a player or something, right? So I saw him throw a grenade specifically into one of the boost spots, like not the close one from crossover, but the one.
The one where you boost for short.
Exactly that one. And he obviously spotted like two images of 2 players, and then you can see, okay, there's players there. I can spam my rifle and kill everyone. But you can obviously do that on nuke as well. But anyway, so you have the wall of smokes. You can, let's say, one of the default rounds is you put 1 guy in lobby very defensively, and then the 4 guys go down secret. Then the CTs don't necessarily know what's happening here. But then what happens is you get your lower push. You just push really simple, and then the guy who's in lobby lurks, and he tries to backstab, and then you have a nice little B push. Okay, that's one default round. We didn't see anything like that, and I usually see these teams do that at least once. Other one, which they almost did, it almost worked, is you send like 2 guys down to secret. They get down to secret, and you take over ramp. So now what you've got is you've got secret control as a Ts, and you've got ramp control. So this actually is awesome because you can branch off into multiple strategies. This is what Blade does really well with his teams, is make the calls where you have ramp control and secret control. So what it means is you can leave 1 guy down by the vents, and 1 guy can come back up into outside when the smokes have gone away. And then once you've got ramp control and the threat is on the lower site, what happens is the CTs, they have to kind of like fall down. Because like we're saying, they need to rotate quickly down to the lower site. So they've got to be able to jump down to vents. So usually like 1 or 2 will fall down. So that means their positions are worse for upper. So then what you can do is you can run back and do like a delayed upper take with 1 guy almost in vents because you left him in secret, and 1 guy coming from main. So these are like some stuff that Blade will show you when you watch Blade matches. And I hope that was kind of clear without actually being able to see the map. But these are like some basic nuke.
If you need a map, we can draw the map.
I know we could have drawn the map. Should we draw on the map, James?
I think
is it too late for that?
You look excited. We've got nothing after this. You can be here for 25 minutes if you want to.
It's too late for that. But oh no, now I get the map. I should have done this before. Am I going to have to draw? The problem is, right, with the nuke map is that I wonder if we can get. You know what we should get? We should ask Valve. We should ask for like different levels, like press buttons so we can see different levels. Because nuke is really like everything's like here. Like
that's a good point actually. You could have left and right when the map is up to go to different levels.
So the wall of smokes basically blocks off like this. Oh my god, this mouse, you can draw straight lines.
Yeah, that's great.
So the wall of smokes like blocks off this area. You have like a smoke here and like a smoke there. And it blocks off that entire area. So if you have the 2 players... Oh my god, it's really hard to show, but if you have the 2 players down secret in this
I'm sure it's hard to show if you press the space bar to clear your drawing.
Yeah, okay. So how do I show this, James? Because you can't see on this map. Maybe can I fly around? I can't fly around either.
Yeah, you can.
Can you really?
Of course you can.
Okay, fly around, James. Fly around for me,
You can use the face it config, my friend.
The face it config, oh my god.
The face it config. Let's go.
Here we go.
Okay, that was a massive fail.
Is it working?
Okay, I'm on the terrorist side.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just go to the CT side. What the hell's going on?
Because nuke's also one of those maps which is like...
This is #awkward.
It's like really hard to sometimes like figure out the T-strats. So I thought it was an interesting point to bring up.
On a local...
Okay, so we're going straight in right now. We're going to be running around. And so I can give you a better visualization of what I was talking about.
Bugs.
And this is basically, by the way, obviously what we're talking about here is your strategy, basically. Like what your aims are, what your goals are to like get into certain places. We're not talking about like specifically what like pop flashes to throw, like how to break into certain positions and stuff. We're just talking about like getting to certain spots because it's much quicker.
Face it config loaded.
All right, how do I no
clip?
Mouse
3.
How do I no clip? It's
mouse 3.
Oh, you don't use invert. What is this? Oh my god. All right, so the wall of smokes. Obviously, the smoke. I use invert, by the way, so this is really awkward for me. So the smokes go like here and like here. So it walls off this entire area, which means that if the CTs want to see over, they've got to be up there. So you want to try to get 2 players down into secret. And again, as I said, you want to, if you're really serious about this, you want to try to work out all the specific flashes and whatever to like try to help yourself down into this area. You can even come down with 3 players and cycle one back if you want. And then once you've got this position secure, you can kind of do whatever. Just leave somebody here. Then this can become potentially your lurker.
Wait. Leave somebody here, you say?
Leave somebody there.
What about this guy?
Okay. What does this name mean? He needs a name.
He doesn't need a name.
It's got a name. It's Bot Allen.
Okay, great.
Okay, so you left the guy there, and simultaneously you still have like lobby control. So you still have lobby control. You're still messing around in lobby, and the CTs are throwing their nades. You're keeping them out of lobby, and they can't peek. You want to try to make sure that they can't peek you here, and that they can't peek you through here as well. So then eventually, again, as I'm saying, like look up. I'm not going to show you all the smokes and flashes, but look up ways to try to breach into the ramp area. And if you can then take this, we actually saw that they tried this, but they failed the ramp push. And it left the two guys in secret, kind of like, be like, oh, I don't know what to do, guys. But if you manage to get into ramp, then you have the option to then go back to just rush upper again. Because it changes the way that the CTs have to position if you have ramp. Because the B site is like so potentially exposed for a quick push. So
we could demonstrate a few ramp smokes and flashes down.
Go for it, James. You're
should
the
you,
smoke
should
master.
you wish
go
to?
For it, James.
I think combined, I'm telling you, man, we're like a big Power Ranger. we can do it all.
I got the strats, you got the tactics. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
All right. This is gonna become a thing, isn't it?
See, part of the face it config is you can just buy anywhere on the map. Let's go. And if you throw a flashbang, there's another one in your inventory. It's infinite flashbangs. Okay, so this is something that AdreN Hoagstar from Team Liquid has a video on. Basically, you line yourself with that, and then you aim here, and you throw a smoke, which will smoke off the AWP angle. Then you press the flashbang. Of course, you've got a button dedicated to flashbang, because that's how we roll here at Face It. And that flash will flash anybody here, anybody peeking from here and here. And there's two things you can do with this. Either try and push this direction, or if you're doing this over more than one round, and you've got your smoke here, and after throwing that flash, you can throw two of those flashes. You can also, sometimes you'll have someone who's playing here will rotate around here so they can see and also have cover. So you can try and just run through this way. So if you have two people, one can go that way, one can go this way, you can try and pinch anybody in this area. But back over to you, Dan.
All right, so so we talked about the ability then, because you're thinking all the time about how your map control affects what the CTs have to do. Because this map especially is all about CT rotation and the ability that they can just go straight down the vents like really fast for the really super fast rotations. So you always, in-game leader always needs to keep in mind how the enemy team is responding to what you're doing. So you take over ramp, and they have to position themselves so they can more closely or be able to jump down. Maybe you got two on floor. We saw this already it happened when ramp was taken. We saw two players like in this position because they're like, okay guys, we need to be able to run down really fast. But you don't have to double back into upper, and you can also just go for the play down lower. You have a player or two down here. You can just try to slowly clear long. And we've talked about before when we've been doing casts how important this area is to help you try to hold on to a plant, because if you have this area, obviously you can play with the doors, you've got the windows to play with. It's very hard for the CTs to actually defuse because it's so... What's your use button?
E.
Okay, that's pretty standard.
You don't even need to... Oh, well, I guess you need to for the demonstration of this. So fair enough.
But yeah, so you have the doors to play with, stuff like that. And this is kind of like, you can think of it a little bit like a more powerful version of the construction area on Inferno on B, whereby like if you're able to shut the CTs out of that area, it's really hard for them to retake because they kind of have to go through the pool area or the banana area, because it's otherwise it's,
It can also be very hard to hold the site if you are all on the site.
Exactly, yeah.
Because you don't have the most superior angles, especially that area being one of them. Some people call it control, some people call it long, whatever you want to call it. It's an important area. Exactly,
and if you have this area to defend from, you don't actually necessarily need to be on the site at all. And you can see how exposed the site generally is. So, for example, one of the problems can be CTs coming through for the retake from the vent. And if they're from the vent, and you kind of have to fight them if you're like holding on the site, because otherwise they get straight on top of you and it's really awkward. But if you're just here and you can actually shoot onto the bomb because you've got position of the doors, you've got the ability to actually flank around through the vents, or you have the window, suddenly the entire dynamic changes of the round massively. So oftentimes when you're rushing ramp and you're going for a really fast lower play, you want to try to make sure you take over long almost immediately, because even if you kind of lose the site, you still have options. You still have options against the CTs.
Yeah, and if you can get that before you plant as well, then it's going to increase the success percentage of your plant attempts quite a bit, I would say.
Absolutely. So I mean, we could probably talk about more, but those are two like examples of default ways you can play the round. You can open openers, and you can try to like apply this thinking to pretty much every map as well. So the idea I'm talking about, the concept I'm talking about, is trying to frame everything about about the map control that you get and the options you get. So you have secret, and depending on how many players you have here, it changes what you're able to do. That said as well, like if you've got if you've got the ramp control, what does this allow you to do? What does it force the CTs to do? And then that changes your options about what's strong for you and what's weak for you. So that's a good way to kind of frame how you think about stuff.
It's a good point as well, because a lot of people playing Pugs on Face It or anywhere else always feel compelled to go to B once they've taken control of ramp, like it's their only option, but it's not your only option. And again, depending on where your bomb site is and where your bomb carrier is, and what map control you have overall, you can have more than one option. So your moves are not so telegraphed.
Absolutely. And one thing I'm going to say to cap this off is that obviously you should really try to get with your friends and play as 5, play as a team, try to play consistently together. Doesn't matter your skill level, but try to get some consistency, because that's when you really start to get a real shot at what it feels like to really play Counter-Strike, because then you can really actually do strats like this. Because the problem is, and actually this is another point I can talk about, let's say, and this is actually one of the reasons why you see disorganization sometimes in some of the top teams, is because let's say the caller, right, is going to say, okay, guys, let's get 3 guys down here, or towards secret, and then let's have 2 guys in lobby or whatever, and because he's got a certain play in mind. And actually, let's just use an example we've already used, right? So let's say we've got 3 players in lobby looking for the ramp push and 2 players down secret. 2 players get down secret, and you get ramp. Let's say 1 guy dies in secret, and now all of a sudden the in-game leader doesn't he has to try to get across a lot of information to his teammates about how this changes the strategy he's doing. But if let's say you guys are a team and you've already talked about this offline, you can say to yourselves, okay, in this situation, the rule is that if we lose 1 guy down in secret, then he becomes a lurker, and let's say for whatever purpose we want to always go towards hell, for example. Let's say, I know it sounds stupid, I'm just using it as an example, but you set rules ahead of time, so that means the caller doesn't have to say that in the game. Everyone just knows what they have to do.
Yeah.
And then you don't have disorganization.
You don't have anarchy.
Exactly, and that's a huge issue. It's something I see with HellRaisers in some of these rounds. Some of these rounds, you get a lot of guys outside and in hell, and they're just all over the place. It's like they really don't know where they're going or what the objective is in the round, and that can be very problematic, especially for the in-game leader, because how can he control that if everyone's all over the place? So set rules.
I'll show you guys one more thing quickly. It's a gimmicky play that I do. It's my desperation plant. This is
James's desperation plan.
Something I do on the T side. Especially on eco. Sometimes though, you get a CT just come straight in and shoot you in the face. Very often as well, they'll have a pre-nade which bounces off this wall and will do. If you're on eco, no armor, it'll do a bit of damage to you, but nothing you can't handle. So the idea is basically you bounce a grenade off the ridge of this window, which lands in this area and blows off both the door and the vent. Then you bounce a smoke off, which hopefully allows you to run through. It takes a bit of memory because you have to run through a smoke into a vent basically. So what I do is run forward and then strafe with specific timing. So here is an example. Hopefully this will work. Grenade. Okay, so you can see that nade has taken off the door and taken off the vent as well, which means that there's no sound cues when I'm running through the door into the vent. So that's the first one. Then the smoke comes out. Now, sometimes I mess this up, which is partly why it's a desperation plant, but here we go. And there we go, into the vent. So, purpose is you run and get a plant straight away before anyone knows what's going on. And even if you don't win the round, that's going to get you some money that you might be able to get one final buy out of. So, that is the purpose of that. You can go and practice that offline. Again, we will hopefully be releasing the Faceit config soon. I just need to make a video showing you all the different keys we have. You saw some of them there. There are some more as well. So that should hopefully be out in the next week or 2. But I think that pretty much wraps it up from us. The only thing I have to say is make sure you follow the channel. Again, guys, we will be giving away a nice knife and an AK once we hit 350k viewers. Just hammer that follow button, and then as soon as we hit it, the next cast, we will raffle both of those off.
Yeah, I hope we didn't bore you guys with our impromptu post-game awesomeness. I'm just gonna go with that.
I think it's awesome as well.
It's pretty cool. I'm a massive nerd. James.
Absolutely, you are, Dan. I'm not far off you.
All right. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this show. We will see you next time here live on FaZe TV. Follow the channel. And that's all from me and James for now. Good night.